Hey, good morning, guys. Hope you are doing well today. My name is Scott. I'm the Worship and Creative Arts pastor here at New Life Church. And I just wanted to share a quick word with you and invite you to worship tonight. This morning I was reading in James, the verse where it says, "Consider it pure joy when you face trials and temptations." And that verse always hits me because it's really hard to consider trials joy, or to find joy in the midst of trials. But he goes on to say that you consider it joy because as we go through those trials, and we persevere, that perseverance builds our lives. So that perseverance and that endurance, it builds godly character in our lives. And I was just thinking about how, so often we're so quick to try to get out of our situations. We just, like, we see the light at the end of the tunnel, or we want to see the light at the end of the tunnel and quickly run to it to escape the season of life or whatever the situation is that we might be in. But if we do that, we could miss out on so much. I'm not saying that we don't need to long to move on toward victory and toward whatever it is that God has for us, but we need to be very careful that we don't just try to escape our situations so quickly that we really miss out on the lessons that God could teach us in the midst of those, and ultimately that we get the spiritual exercise that really comes from going through that. I think about, I don't work out very often. I really should. I always set goals to work out, and but the times that I do, that I've been diligent about getting exercise and working out, it's always like most difficult on day one. You start out and you could just give up right away because you start feeling fatigued. I know I do. I start feeling fatigued, and it's just like I just want to hurry up and get it over with. But as I continue to go through the exercises and go through things, eventually they become easier and easier, and it just really starts to strengthen you. And then you move on to more things, and you become stronger so that you can face the next challenges or the next workouts and all of that. And I think that's very similar to how our spiritual walk is. That it says that perseverance, it builds godly character, that it gives us wisdom. That ultimately, that when we do that, is perfecting our faith. And so I just want to encourage you to not be so quick to try to escape your situations, but take time to be like, God, what are you trying to teach me? Give me endurance today to get through these situations. God, give me wisdom today. I look to you and I persevere because I know that I'm pressing on toward the ultimate goal, which is perfection in Christ, and that day that we will just ultimately be with Him in eternity, and all of the suffering and all of these situations and all the things that cause distress will be gone. And we certainly look forward to that day. But my encouragement would just be to continue to persevere. Don't necessarily run from your situations, but walk and run through them while your eyes are focused and fixed on Christ. He will give you the strength. He's walking with you. And I just wanted to share that. Hopefully that ministers to someone today. This evening, my wife and I at 6:30, Angie and I will be doing some worship right here on the New Life page. So stay tuned for that. We'll be going live at 6:30. We will share some worship with you guys, and then immediately following that, Celebrate Recovery is going to be having a virtual service. So if you're part of Celebrate Recovery, right after the worship is done, you can head over to their page. Stay tuned for that. But have a great day, guys. Sure miss seeing you all in person, but I'm so glad that we can connect over the internet.